Okay, so you looked at this open-ended question, and hopefully you got a little aware with it, and we can come up with how do they compare. The first thing we need to do is take a look at our first statement. Our first statement says negative 5x squared. So before we substitute in the negative 2 for x, we need to rewrite this statement to what it really means. Now, negative 5x squared means that the squared term is only on the x. So that would be negative 5 times x times x. Okay, that's for the top one. And they want to take negative 2 and they want to put that into the x's. So that would be negative 5 times negative 2 times negative 2. Now we know that a negative times a negative is a positive, but 3 negatives, negative times negative is a positive, and then a positive times a negative is back to a negative. So we know that for our top evaluate that I'm doing in orange, I've got a negative times a negative times a negative. That's going to give me a negative answer. And 5 times 2 is 10, and 10 times 2 is 20. So this is negative 20. Now we're going to go to the bottom one, and we're going to do that one in green. And I'm looking for what does this square term mean? And this square term means that we're going to take all this and we're going to repeat it. So this is negative 5x times negative 5x, in which case we're going to substitute in our negative 2, going green, into here, and it's going to look like this. Negative 5 times negative 2 and negative 5 times negative 2. Okay, I'm going to put that negative 2 right in the next position. We're multiplying because we already have parentheses. I decided to use a dot instead. And we're just going to evaluate. So negative times a negative is a positive. So 5 times 2 is 10. Repeat, 5 times 2 is 10. Negative times negative is positive. And 10 times 10 is 100. Look at the difference. One set of parentheses makes. How do they compare? Well, the one where you're squaring the whole entire term is going to be so much bigger than if you're only squaring a piece of the term. Hopefully you caught that.